But talking about Paris Saint-Germain, I keep repeating to you that there is no chance at all for an hijack for Diomande. Many rumors over the last 24 hours from France. L'Equipe have been reporting that maybe there is a chance for PSG to enter. PSG made very clear that the deal is off since Saturday, and they are aware that Diomande is to be considered a Real Madrid player. Sometimes, guys, what happens in the market, like in this case of Diomande, is that as part of a gentleman agreement, you can wait for the club to find a replacement before announcing and letting the player go to his new club. And that's what's happening. The deal and the shake of hands between Real Madrid, the agents of Diomande, and Red Bull Leipzig is already there. So we can make sure to confirm that Diomande is becoming a Real Madrid player. That's guaranteed. Then you still need to travel, medical, contract signing, but the here we go is there because the agreement between all parties is in place. Just waiting for Red Bull Leipzig to find a replacement, and also at that point Diomande will fly to Madrid. But Diomande is also respecting Leipzig by going to training, by not creating any issues in public. Imagine when you have the opportunity to go to Real Madrid and Red Bull Leipzig maybe is not finding the agreement, any player would say, let me go. Diomande has no need to do that, because Diomande knows that the deal with Real Madrid is in place, is ready, is gonna happen, it's just about letting Red Bull Leipzig do their job on the market, and then they will be ready to proceed. So this is the expectation. We have to wait, we have to be patient, but I keep repeating the same, guys. Remember, for example, to give you some context, 1 year ago, Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. I told you, here we go, long time before, because the deal was verbally agreed. Then in that case, they were waiting to prepare all the documents, the player was on holiday, so there could be several reasons that can delay an announcement. Look, Maxence Lacroix to Chelsea. Lacroix has been done for 7-8 days, then you have to wait for all parties to have the right timing, but here we go doesn't mean that it's getting announced after 2 hours or it's getting announced after 1 hour. Sometimes it can take 5 minutes, sometimes it can take 5 days, sometimes it can take 3 weeks, because it's part of the process, and it's not me who signed the contract, it's not me who closed the agreement, it's not me who undergo the medical, it's not me who makes social media stuff, it's not me who make the comunicado oficial. Remember that. I have to tell you when the agreements are in place, and according to my information, this is the situation. So let's follow everything in the next hours and days. Just quickly, because today Bayern decided to make clarity. Many stories everywhere about Luis Diaz and Al Hilal over the recent days, over the recent hours. But I've never mentioned this one, guys, because my understanding is that Al Hilal are working on Iliman Ndiaye. Exclusive news over the weekend for Iliman Ndiaye and Al Hilal working on this deal. We have to see if Everton will open doors and at which conditions. The player is open to the move. We have to see what happens. Then on Luis Diaz, at the moment, the position at Bayern is super clear. Bayern don't want to lose Luis Diaz. That's what they say in private. Today, also in public, the CEO of the club, Dresen, announced that the player is not for sale. He said, we will be very stupid if we let Luis Diaz go. So Bayern closed the doors in public, and also for Michael Olise, guys. The relationship, Florentino Perez, Bayern, is a fantastic relationship, especially between Florentino Perez, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, and Uli Hoeneß, the most important people at Bayern. Is an excellent gentleman relationship. There is a gentleman agreement in the sense that Bayern and Real Madrid share a fantastic relationship. Real Madrid were never gonna attack Michael Olise without Bayern authorization. Bayern don't want to let Olise go, so Real Madrid were ready this summer to bid. Real Madrid wanted to go for Olise, wanted to bid for Olise, and Florentino Perez considers Olise the perfect Galactico, but Bayern never opened the doors, and Bayern will try now to offer a new contract to Michael Olise. We will see how the conversations will go. I expect Bayern also to start accelerating for Harry Kane a new contract, and they expect Bayern to count on Luis Diaz, on Michael Olise, on Harry Kane for the upcoming season. Bayern are convinced that they can compete to win everything with this trio, Diaz, Olise, Harry Kane. They did incredible last season, and Bayern internally, Vince and company, but also people into the club, believe that they are real Champions League top competitors for the upcoming season, that they can win absolutely everything, that their squad improved already with some signings, including Nathaniel Brown, including also, don't forget, Ismail Saibari. So Bayern are very happy with what they have in their team and have no plans to change. because Ayyoub Bouaddi is one of the best talents in his position. When we talk about young midfielders around the world, Ayyoub Bouaddi has to be part of the conversation. We all remember that fantastic performance Morocco-Brazil at the World Cup, shining against legends of the game, all the top players like Casemiro, like Fabinho. There was also Lucas Paquetá, so many top players, but Bouaddi was shining. And now Ayyoub Bouaddi is, according to my information, close, very close to joining Manchester City. Manchester City are going all in for Ayyoub Bouaddi. I've been informing you about this over the recent weeks and days. On Monday I told you conversations are advancing. Today I told you are advancing very well, and I can tell you in the next few days, let's say it could be hours, new contacts will take place because Man City want to avoid any late hijack from other clubs, and Man City want to sign Ayyoub Bouaddi. So direct conversations are taking place with Lille president Olivier Letang, who is very strong in negotiations, very tough when it's time to sell top players, and so Man City are trying to handle that directly with him. On the other side, Man City are progressing in talks with the player, so Man City are very confident to bring in Ayyoub Bouaddi. Now it's important to understand whether it's going to be this summer or it's going to be next summer 2027. They're going to spend big money because the expectation is to be more than 70-80 million euros package for Ayyoub Bouaddi, so could be slightly more than this. Then we have to see how they close the agreement, but it's progressing very well, and so Bouaddi to Manchester City could be a here we go soon. I would be attentive because it's still not done, it's still not here we go, but the deal is moving fast and is moving very well. So, that said on Manchester City, keep an eye on Ayyoub Bouaddi, remember this video. Dedicate now, guys, a couple of minutes to the Rodri story. Because I told you yesterday, at this time in the morning, Real Madrid and Manchester City in official club-to-club contact for Rodri. And that's the case. Today, new contacts taking place. Real Madrid, Manchester City. Real Madrid yesterday indicated that they're ready to pay slightly more than 50 million euros. Manchester City are going to be in discussion with Real Madrid for Rodri over the next hours in order to understand the timing, in order to understand the cost, in order to understand the details of this story. But Real Madrid and Manchester City share a good relationship. They are talking, they are negotiating. Now we have to see if they can find an agreement on the fee, because the numbers of this deal are still important. Rodri has 1 year left on his contract, but Rodri is coming from a fantastic World Cup. Rodri is a Ballon d'Or winner. Rodri is a fantastic player, unique player, I would say. And so Manchester City are yet to give the green light because they want to have a direct conversation with Real Madrid and understand financially if they can make it happen or not. So already the next hours there will be concrete contacts to understand more. Guys, we have to talk about also the situation of Eli Kroupi. I told you in a video 2 days ago that the deal with Barcelona, despite Barca taking information and talking to Bournemouth, the deal is not happening because Barcelona already decided to leave the conversations. Barca don't want to enter into any saga for Kroupi. They understood that Bournemouth don't want to sell the player, so for Barcelona the file is completely closed since 2 days ago, I told you. And today, unfortunately, bad news for Eli Kroupi, who suffered a foot injury. He will be out after surgery for 3-4 months, and so Kroupi at the moment looks out of the market. Bournemouth already made clear, even when the player was fit, that he is not available. They want to keep him, they want to trust him, they want to believe in him for present and future, and so Eli Kroupi is staying at Bournemouth this summer. Then we will see in the future. I'm sure there is going to be a crazy battle because several clubs were interested. Moment, Barcelona remain in the position where they are waiting for Julián Álvarez. Barcelona are yet to tell Julián, his agent, Atletico, whoever, that they retire their proposal and they go on another player. At the moment, Barcelona have explored some opportunities, but that's it. Barcelona remain in a position to wait about Julián Álvarez. At the moment, from Atletico, no messages, nothing has changed, so that's the status of the story. There is no breakthrough, there is no big news, we have to wait, but that remains the Barcelona position for those asking about Barca. Then I discussed also about Ferran Torres in the previous video, you can find it here on the channel, and I was telling you everything about Ferran. I mean, Barca at this stage are not in active negotiation with any club. PSG spoke to the agents of the player, so let's see if PSG decide to go all in this summer. There are also other clubs, but Barca count on Ferran Torres. Then his new contract is a separate topic, and at the moment is not advanced or close yet. Then